A little light is waiting, not asking for your hand. It will come when it is ready, just like everything else can. A little light is waiting somewhere past the dark. You don't need to go and meet it, it already knows where you are. That held you tight are loosening their hold. The night has done its caring, now it lets you go. You don't know the morning's strength, you don't know it plans. It will take you as you are, with open, gentle hands. There's no signal you must give, just stay where you live. A little light is waiting, like a breath before the day. It doesn't rush the quiet, it doesn't chase away. A little light is waiting, soft and unafraid. You can meet it when you're ready, or just let it fade. Can have a glow, even stillness can feel new. Nothing changes all at once, that's not what healing does. You've been held the whole night through, that doesn't disappear, it just learns a different shape as the edge of dawn comes near. If tomorrow starts to whisper, let it speak without reply. You don't have to answer yet, you're still allowed this time. A little light is waiting, but the calm is staying too. You don't have to choose between them, they can both take care of you. The night remains, no questions in the dark tonight. No reasons left to hold on tight. You don't have to be strong right now, you don't need the answer somehow. Let the room breathe, let it all slow down. You're allowed to just be here now. Every wave can touch the floor. You don't need to carry more. Nothing is asked of you tonight. No need to prove, no need to fight. Lay your thoughts down, dim the light. Nothing is asked of you tonight. Oh, all the hours that asked too much, all the words you couldn't trust, they can rest you softer now, like it's listening. No rush, no sound, just you in the evening. You don't have to hurry through the night. There's no finish line in sight. Every step you've ever made has already brought you here today. The lights outside don't ask a thing. They just glow, they just exist. You can do the same right now. No checklist left, no need to fix. Let the silence be your friend. Nothing here you need to mend. You're allowed to take it slow. There's nowhere else you need to. I will hold you as you are. No expectations, no alarms. All those years of doing more, holding steady, standing sure. You gave your best in countless ways, even on the longest days. Now the evening knows your name. It doesn't call, it doesn't claim. It only offers gentle time to let your shoulders finally unwind. Time can wait, it always will. You don't need to prove your will. You're allowed to take it slow. Let the quiet gently flow. Stay right here, don't count the hours. This moment is already ours. Tomorrow can stay far away. It will come on its own someday. Tonight is simple, clear and kind. A place to set your worries down. Tired and wide, let it open, not decide. There's a peace you don't have to earn. It's been waiting for your turn. You're allowed to take it slow, even more than you might know. Let the stillness be your home. You don't have to walk alone. Settles in like a soft exhale. Nothing pulling at you now. You don't have to fill the space with words that try to explain. This moment doesn't need a name. It's enough to simply remain. The day can quietly step aside. It's done all it came to do. What's left is just this calm, waiting patiently for you. No one's knocking at your door, nothing asking you for more. Let the evening be gentle, let it move at its own pace. There's There's no reason to be ready, you can rest right where you are. Let the evening be gentle like a hand you don't have to hold. Just stay here in the stillness, you don't need to feel bold. All the choices you once made, all the roads that brought you here, they don't need defending now. They've already led you clear. You've carried more than most could see, with a quiet kind of grace. Tonight there's nothing left to carry, you can finally set it down in this place. Time is wide, the night is kind, you can loosen every line. Let the evening be gentle, let it wrap you in its tone. There's no task left unfinished, you're allowed to just be home. Let the evening be gentle, no instructions, no disguise, just the calm you've always known, looking back at you with open eyes. Even the stars take the time, they don't rush to be bright, they wait until the sky feels right, then slowly come alive. You don't need to shine tonight, you don't need to fade away, just exist inside this hour. Let tomorrow await its turn. If your thoughts begin to wander, let them drift without a sound. They'll find their way back softly when they know you're safe right now. Let the evening be gentle, let it stay a little while. You don't need to lean forward, you don't need to smile. The night moves slow, and so can you. The night feels wide and easy somehow, like it knows your name. You don't have to keep your guard, nothing here is asking hard. Every thought can loosen now, there's no rule you need to follow. The quiet is an empty space, it's a place you can exhale. Every breath you didn't notice is still carrying you well. You've been steady for so long, you can finally let it soften. There is nothing you need to hold, nothing slipping through your hands. You can rest inside this moment, it will stay, it understands. There is nothing you need to hold, let the night do what it does. Just be here, just be human, that is more than enough. the promises you kept, all the times you never said how tight your heart could be while still choosing empathy. Tonight there's no performance, no story to defend. You don't need to be prepared. This moment has no end. Even strength can take a seat, even wisdom can sleep. There is nothing you need to hold, nothing waiting to be won. Let the hours pass you gently, like the setting of the sun. There is nothing you need to hold, no direction, no demand, just the calm that found you quietly and stayed to keep you warm. The world can turn without your push, the stars don't need your help. Everything keeps moving on, even when you choose yourself. You've given more than you could see in ways no one could name. Tonight you're free from proving anything at all again. If a thought comes drifting by, let it pass without reply. Not every moment needs a reason, not every feeling needs a sign. There is nothing you need to hold. You can open up your hands, feel the ease of letting go, feel the ground where you still stand. You're safe. The night feels familiar, like it's been here before. You've walked through more than you recall, doors that open, walls that didn't fall. You learn when to stay, when to leave, when to hold on, when to believe. Some seasons asked a lot from you, some gave less than they should. But here you are, still standing, still quietly good. Not everything needs a reason now, some things just get to be allowed. You lived enough to rest tonight, enough to listen every fight. No chapters left you have to prove, you've already made it through. You lived enough to rest tonight, let the years sit soft and light. Nothing else you need to show, you've done more than you know. You learned how love can change its face, how it stays, how it breaks. You carry joy, you carry loss, and still kept choosing grace. There were days you felt unseen, moments no one understood, but they shaped the way you care in ways no one else could. You don't have to gather it all, some memories can gently fall. You lived enough to rest tonight, no need to measure wrong or right. Let the past be what it was, it doesn't need to weigh on us. You lived enough to rest tonight, every step still counts as a life. Lay the years down, tomorrow can wait its turn. It has its own way to learn. Tonight belongs to what you've been and who you are beneath the skin. No finishing lines, no last demand, just the calm of where you stand, breathing in the life you made, in every choice, in every shade. If a memory drifts too near, let it come without the fear. It doesn't ask you to return, it only asks to be seen. You've lived enough to rest tonight, enough to set the weight aside. Let the night hold what you've done. You don't need to outrun the sun. You're here, you're here. That's enough. The room is quiet, but it feels full. There were hands that helped you stand, moments you still don't fully see. Small kindness left along the way that stay with you silently. Not everything came with answers, not every road was clear, but something kept you moving year after year. You don't have to name it now, some feelings don't ask how. I'm thankful without needing words, for the time, for what it gave, for the strength I didn't notice, showing up day after day. I'm thankful without needing words, no ceremony, no sign, just this quiet understanding that this life has still been kind. There were mornings filled with hope, evenings shaped by doubt. Love that stayed, love that changed, love that taught you how. You learned how to begin again in ways that felt unsure. And every time you tried once more, you became something stronger. Nothing wasted, nothing lost, even moments with a cause. I'm thankful without needing words, for the years that shaped my view, for the grace I gave to others, and the grace I'm learning to. I'm thankful without needing words, for the breath I didn't plan, for the way the world kept turning while I did the best I can. Even now in this soft hour, there's something steady here, a sense that you were guided even when the path disappeared. No need to count the blessings, no need to look behind, just feel the gentle knowing that arrives with time. If gratitude feels quiet, that doesn't make it small. It lives in how you rest tonight and how you let things There's a calm in the room that feels earned. I don't need to tell the story, it already lives in me. Every turn, every pause, every quiet victory. I've learned when to speak, when to let the moment pass. Some things grow stronger when they're left unsaid at last. No applause, no demand, just the truth I understand. Quietly I know who I am, I don't need a mirror or a plan. I've carried my life with steady hands. Quietly I know who I am. No need to shine, no need to hide. I've made my peace with every side. I'm still here, I still stand. Quietly I know who I am. I've seen seasons come and go, watch myself change too. Letting go of who I was, making room for something true. I've learned that strength can look like rest, and courage can be kind. Some answers come with time, some just settle in the mind. I don't measure where I've been, I just feel the weight lifting. Quietly I know who I am, not everything needs to be grand. I've earned this calm, this steady ground. Quietly I know who I am. I don't need to prove a thing or chase the youth the past can't bring. I'm right on time, just where I stand. Quietly I know who I am. Even now in the soft light, there's no doubt left to face, just a gentle recognition of my own familiar grace. I don't owe the world a version that explains or justifies. I can meet the night as myself with open, honest eyes. If pride comes quietly, that doesn't make it small. It lives in how you breathe at ease and how you let yourself belong. Quietly I know who I am, quietly I know who I am. I don't need to understand it all. I've walked my way into this calm, and that is more than enough. No rush, no claim, just peace. Some love doesn't arrive with a sound, it just stays. There were people who stood nearby, not to lead, not to save, just to walk a little while and share the weight of the day. Some love came without promises, no words it had to keep. It showed up in small, steady ways and stayed when things were deep. Not every bond needs a name, some are felt just the same. There is love that never has to be loud, never needed to be seen. Lived in the space that stays between us, and in what we didn't say, there is love that never has to be loud. No spotlight, no demand, just a quiet kind of presence that helped you understand. There were hands that passed you strength without ever letting on, a look that said I'm here when the road felt long. Some love didn't last forever, but it left you changed somehow. It taught you how to soften, it taught you how to bow. Nothing wasted, nothing small, even love that learned to fall. There is love that never has to be loud, never try to take the lead. It moved gently through your life and gave you what you need. There is love that never has to be loud. It didn't try to stay, but it shaped the way you care and how you live today. Even now, in this quiet hour, you can feel it in your chest, not calling you backward, just letting you rest. It's in the way you listen, in the patience that you choose, in the kindness you extend, with nothing left to prove. Love doesn't always arrive to stay. Sometimes it comes to teach, it leaves behind a softer way of how you choose to reach. There is love that never has to be loud, and it's still with you somehow. And how you breathe, and how you care, and how you're here right now. Still here, still warm. The night is thinning just a little. Nothing's changed all at once, but something feels aligned, like the room knows what you need before you say a line. The dark is still around you, but it's lighter than before. Not leaving, not insisting, just easing toward the door. You don't have to rise or move. This moment isn't asking you. Before the morning asks anything, before the world begins, there's a quiet place you're standing in, where you don't have to begin. Before the morning asks anything, let the calm stay close. You're allowed to bring this softness anywhere you go. The love you felt an hour ago didn't fade with time. It settles somewhere deeper, where it doesn't need a sign. You don't carry it like weight, it moves with how you breathe. The quiet kind out of readiness you didn't have to achieve. No checklist, no demand, just the ground where you can stand. Before the morning asks anything, let your heart stay slow. There's no race you're stepping into, there's no need to know. Before the morning asks anything, just notice where you are. You've already been preparing without trying hard. edges of the places you've been still. But nothing here is leaving you, nothing ever will. The calm you found at night is learning how to stay. It doesn't end at daylight, it just learns another way. If the day begins to speak, you don't have to answer fast. You can meet it gently with the quiet that you have before the morning asks anything. Take this moment to you, don't owe the day your energy, just your presence will do. Still calm, still here. Something stays even after the moment passes. It's not a feeling you can hold, not something you explain. It's more like warmth in the room after someone says your name. It doesn't ask you to return, it doesn't pull you back. It just rests where it belongs, in the spaces you relax. Nothing calling, nothing near, just a sense that something's here. There's love that still lingers gently, long after it's done its part. Not asking to be remembered, just living quiet in your heart. There's love that still lingers gently, without a reason why. It's not a question or an answer, it's just something passing by. It shows up when you slow your hands, when you stop checking time, in the way your shoulders drop when the night feels kind. It isn't tied to faces or moments you replay. It's the ease you learn to carry when you stop looking away. Nothing owed, nothing lost, just the echo of the cost. Says there's love that still lingers gently, and how you listen now, and the patience you extend without knowing how. There's love that still lingers gently, it doesn't need a name. It taught you how to soften, and that was enough to change. Even here in this quiet stretch, you can feel it breathe. Not asking for attention, just letting you be. It doesn't lean toward tomorrow, it doesn't stay behind. It lives right in this moment, unbothered by time. If it fades with care. If it stays light. Love doesn't need direction to feel this right. There's love that still lingers gently, and it hasn't gone away. It's part of how you rest tonight, and how you greet the day. softer now. You don't have to open your eyes, just feel the air begin to change. There's a quiet kind of promise, moving gently through the same space. Nothing sudden, nothing loud, just a shift you barely feel. Like the sky remembering how to slowly turn to blue. You don't need to rise or run, this moment isn't done. A little light is waiting, not asking for your hand. It will come when it is ready, just like everything else can. A little light is waiting somewhere past the dark. You don't need to go and meet it, it already knows where you are. All the hours that held you tight are loosening their hold. The night has done its caring, now it lets you go. You don't owe the morning strength, you don't owe it plans. It will take you as you are, with open, gentle hands. There's no signal you must give, just stay where you live. A little light is waiting, like a breath before the day. It doesn't rush the quiet, it doesn't chase away. A little light is waiting, soft and unafraid. You can meet it when you're ready, or just let it fade. Even rest can have a glow, even stillness can feel new. Nothing changes all at once, that's not what healing does. You've been held the whole night through, that doesn't disappear, it just learns a different shape as the edge of dawn comes near. If tomorrow starts to whisper, let it speak without reply. You don't have to answer yet, you're still allowed this time. A little light is waiting, but the calm is staying too. You don't have to choose between them, they can both take care of you. The night remains, the light will come. The night doesn't end here, it just opens. There's no rush toward what comes next, no list waiting to be filled. Just a sense that time keeps moving in a way that feels gentle. You've already learned the hard parts, how to bend, how to stay. Now the hours stretch a little wider, in a quieter way. Nothing pulling at your sleeve, just a space to simply be. There is still time ahead, time that doesn't need a plan. It will meet you where you're standing, not asking who you've been. There is still time ahead, not to fix, not to chase, just to live inside the moment. coming. Some days will feel familiar, some will gently surprise, but none of them will ask you to be more than who you are. You can walk, you can rest, both are ways of moving ahead. There is still time ahead, even in this quiet now. The future doesn't lean too close, it knows to wait somehow. There is still time ahead, soft and open wide. You don't need to reach for it, it will walk right by your side. Even when the days feel simple, even when they feel the same, there's a kind of slow unfolding happening without a name. You don't have to mark the hours or decide what they will be. Time has learned how to hold you just as patiently. If tomorrow feels uncertain, let it stay that way. Some of the best moments arrive unannounced anyway. There is still time ahead, nothing closing in, just another gentle chapter quietly beginning. Still time, still here. Nothing closes here, nothing fades away. This isn't the end of anything, it's just a softer pace. The loud chapters have settled down, but they haven't been erased. You're not standing at a finish line, there's no door you have to close. Life just learns a different rhythm, one that moves a little slow. No announcement, no sign, just the passing of time. It isn't over, it just goes on quietly. No final word, no goodbye. The day's still open, gently, right in front of your eyes. It isn't over, it just goes on quietly. Nothing slipping away. You're still here, still becoming, in a calm and steady way. Some dreams don't disappear, they simply change their shape. They stop asking to be chased and learn how to wait. You don't need a new beginning to keep moving ahead. Some things grow deeper roots when they're softly said. No pressure to arrive, just the living of a life. It isn't over, it just goes on quietly. No spotlight, no dimming. The meaning finds you slowly, right where you stand. It isn't over, it just goes on quietly. Not smaller, just more true. There's still room for wonder, there's still time for thread that keeps on weaving, holding moments side by side. You don't have to make it happen, you don't have to explain. Life continues in the background, gentle, steady, unchanged. If the world feels less urgent now, that doesn't mean it's gone. It means you've learned how to listen to the deeper song. It isn't over, it just goes on quietly, still open, still kind. You're not behind, you're not late, you're exactly on time. Still going, still here, still going. Still going, still here. Nothing disappears, it only shifts. Life doesn't end at the edges, it just learns how to bend. The things you thought were behind you find quieter ways to exist. You don't walk away from yourself, you don't lose what you've been. It settles deeper in your voice, in the way you breathe again. Not an ending, not a sign, just a change in time. Life changes shape, not meaning. It doesn't turn away, what matters still matters, just in a softer way. Life changes shape, not meaning. It learns how to stay, not louder, not smaller, just closer to who you are today. Some roles fall gently away, some names stop being called, but the love you carried inside them was never tied to that at all. You're not less than you were before, you're not fading out, you're becoming something quieter that knows what matters now. Nothing taken, nothing lost, just another way across. Life changes shape, not meaning. The heart remembers how every version you have been is still with you now. Life changes shape, not meaning. It doesn't ask you to pretend. You don't need to hold it tightly, it knows where it belongs in the end. Even stillness has movement, even rest has a flow. You don't stop being part of life, you just stop being rushed by it. The days may feel more familiar, but they're not empty or small, they're filled with what you've learned, and that changes everything at all. If you wonder where the years went, they're not gone, they're inside, in the calm you've made your home in the way you choose your time. Life changes shape, not meaning. Nothing closes here. You're still walking, still living. Just listen. More than before. Still alive, still moving. Nothing stopped, it only slowed. It's not that life went somewhere else. It's still right where you are. The noise stepped back, the edges softened, but the center stayed the same. You're not missing what you had, you're not losing who you were. You're just moving through the days without needing to be heard. No ending line, no broken chain, just a quieter lane. It's the same life, just a different pace. Still unfolding, still in place. Nothing taken, nothing late. It's the same life, just a different pace. And the heart still knows what matters most. The ground still feels beneath your toes. You didn't change the meaning, only how you chose to stay. You don't measure time the way you did. You let it pass, you let it be. Moments don't need a reason now, they just arrive and gently leave. What once felt urgent learned to wait. What felt heavy learned to rest. You didn't give anything up, you just kept what mattered best. No need to keep up, no need to race. Just another way to face the days. It's the same life, just a different pace. Still enough, still full of grace. Nothing missing, nothing erased. It's the same life, just a different pace. You still care, you still feel deep, and you just know what's yours to keep. This calm didn't come by chance, it came from choosing where to stand. Even the mornings feel the shift. They don't push, they don't insist. They meet you where you're standing now and let you move when you're ready. You're not behind, you never were. You're not less than who you've been. You're just living life again in a way that fits your skin. If it feels simpler than before, that doesn't mean it's small. It means you've learned what not to carry and how to let things fall. It's the same life, just a different pace. Still becoming, still awake. Nothing lost along the way. It's the same life, just a different pace. And still moving, still yours. Mm-hmm. watch the beauty, the way the light hits the table late in the day, how the room feels calmer when nothing's in the way. A familiar cup in your hands, the sound the house makes at rest. These are the moments that ask for nothing and give their best. No need to frame them or explain, they're already enough. In the small things that remain, there's a quiet kind of grace, not the kind you talk about, just the kind you feel and take. In the small things that remain, life shows its gentlest side. Nothing new, nothing loud, just something warm that stays inside. The day folds into night without a sound, the comfort of knowing you're exactly where you're found. Shoes by the door, the clock moving on, the same old sky outside. These are the details that hold your life together over time. No moment trying to impress, just being what it is. In the small things that remain, there's a steady kind of peace, not the kind that fades tomorrow, just the kind that doesn't leave. In the small things that remain, you don't have to search or strive. They've been waiting all along for you to notice they're alive. It's not that the world grew smaller, it's that you learned where to look. The beauty didn't change its place, you just stopped rushing past it. Every day seems familiar ways, still quietly new, because you're meeting them now with a softer view. If joy doesn't arrive in ways, that doesn't mean it's gone. Sometimes it lives in the background, keeping everything going on. In the small things that remain, there's a comfort you can trust. Nothing extra, nothing missing, just the life you already love. Nothing changed, but something lifted. The morning felt the same as always. The light came in its usual way, but something in you noticed how easy it was to stay. The coffee tasted just a bit warmer, the chair felt right beneath you. No reason, no occasion, just a sense that something's true. Not excitement, not surprise, just a softness in your eyes. A quiet joy finds its way in without knocking on the door. It doesn't rush the moment, it just makes it feel like more. A quiet joy The day moves on at its own speed. Nothing asks you to keep up. You find yourself smiling slyly at the way you lift your cup. It's not about what's happening, it's how you're here with it. A small ease in your breathing, a feeling you don't resist. No reason to hold it tight, it stays longer when it's light. A quiet joy finds its way in, like it's always been nearby, waiting for the noise to settle, waiting for the why to dry. A quiet joy finds its way in, not demanding to be seen, just a calm that feels familiar, like it's always been between. It shows up in ordinary hours, in the middle of the day, not asking for attention, just changing how things stay. You don't call it happiness, you don't give it a name. It's simply how the moment feels when nothing's in the way. If joy doesn't feel overwhelming, that doesn't make it small. Some of the truest pleasures barely rise at all. A quiet joy finds its way in, and you let it come and go. It doesn't need to last forever, just long enough to know. Still simple, right now is enough. Nothing special is happening, and somehow that feels kind. The room holds the present moment without asking for a sign. No need to look ahead or back, no story left to tell, just the calm of being here and feeling it settle in. This second doesn't need a name, it's already complete. I'm grateful for this quiet moment, for the way it lets me be. No lessons, no conclusions, just the simplicity. I'm grateful for this quiet moment, for the breath, for the pause, for the way the world keeps turning without asking me for more. The years don't press against this time, they stand a little back, letting this small instant be exactly where I'm at. Nothing here needs fixing, nothing needs my care. The present holds itself together gently everywhere. No need to gather or explain, this moment stays the same. I'm grateful for this quiet moment, not because it's rare, but because it asks for nothing and still feels full and fair. I'm grateful for this quiet moment, for the ease I didn't plan, for the simple act of being. to stay. Gratitude doesn't rise in waves, it doesn't call attention. Sometimes it's just a gentle nod to what's already present. If thankfulness feels silent, that doesn't make it thin. It lives in how you soften now and let the moment in. I'm grateful for this quiet moment, for the time it didn't take, for the peace that came so easily when I let myself wait. Still now still here, still here. Nothing slips away, it's just release. You don't have to hold so tightly now. Nothing's asking you to stay alert. The things you carried for so long can finally rest where they are. You're not leaving anything behind that still belongs with you. Some way was only meant to teach, not to travel all the way through. No struggle, no regret, just hands opening little by little. Letting go doesn't have to hurt, it doesn't mean you failed. Some things leave because they're finished, not because you let them fall. Letting go doesn't have to hurt, you don't lose what mattered most. You're just setting down what's heavy so your breath can move again. There were roles you played with care, promises you tried to keep. They shape the way you learn to love, but they don't need to follow you to sleep. You're allowed to thank the past and still loosen its hold. Gratitude and letting go can exist in the same moment. Nothing pushed, nothing forced, just a quiet sense of course. Letting go doesn't have to hurt, it can feel like coming home. When you stop carrying what's finished, you remember you're not alone. Letting go doesn't have to hurt, it doesn't take away your strength, it just shows you how much lighter you can feel without the weight. Even now in this calm hour, you can feel the shift inside. Not a loss, not an ending, just a softer place to stand. You're not erasing any part of the life you've lived so well. You're just choosing what to keep and what can gently settle. If release feels unfamiliar, that's okay, it's new. You spent years holding things together, now they can hold themselves too. Letting go doesn't have to hurt, you don't have to say goodbye. Just allow what's done to rest and let the quiet pass you by. Hands open,
The night exhales and steps aside.
Nothing needs to be decided now. Nothing left to say. The dark has done its quiet work and slowly moves away. It doesn't disappear in haste. It doesn't close a door. It simply places what you've been on a softer floor. No signal, no command, just a chain's hands. The night leaves things in gentle hands. It doesn't rush the dawn. Everything you couldn't finish is allowed to carry on. The night leaves things in gentle hands. No way you have to keep what you've held with care and effort is free now, free to sleep. To cross the line between before and next. The moment knows how to move itself without being pressed. What you were given in the dark doesn't fade with light. It only learns another tone as morning comes in sight. Nothing lost along the way, just a softer kind of day. The night leaves things in gentle hands. It trusts what comes to be. You don't have to follow closely. You don't have to leave. The night leaves things in gentle hands and quietly departs, leaving calm where worry was and space inside your heart. Even rest has its own ending, even stillness moves. But nothing here is taken from you, nothing here is used. You're not handing over strength, you're not giving up control. You're just letting time continue in the way it knows. If goodbye feels barely there, that's because it's kind. Some transitions are so gentle, they feel like staying behind. Things in gentle hands, and that is all it needs. You don't have to say a word, just let the moment lead. Still safe, still held. Nothing needs to be gathered, it's already here. All the moments from the night, all the thoughts you let pass by, they don't need to line up now. They don't need to say goodbye. Everything you felt and didn't, everything you almost said, it's all resting in its place. Nothing chasing you ahead, no loose ends calling your name, no pieces left out of frame. Everything settles where it belongs without being told to stay. Nothing more you need to carry, nothing pulling you away. Everything settles where it belongs in a way you don't control. You don't have to understand it, you can simply let it hold. The calm you found along the way didn't come from pushing through. It arrived when you stopped asking what you still had left to do. The past doesn't need revisiting, the future doesn't call. Right now is wide and open, and that's enough of all. No way to put it back down, no meaning left to hide. Everything settles where it belongs, not perfect, just complete. Every step that led you here is already underneath. Everything settles where it belongs, and nothing's out of place. You're allowed to rest inside this unspoken sense of grace. Even change has found its calm, even time has slowed its pace. Nothing here is unfinished, it's just living in a different shape. You don't need a closing line, you don't need to make it clear. This whole night has been enough just to bring you here. If it feels like nothing happened, that's how you know it worked. Peace doesn't make an entrance, it just leaves things undisturbed. Everything settles where it belongs, and that includes you. There's nowhere else you need to be, nothing else to do. All is well, all is quiet. You don't have to go anywhere, just rest, just breathe. Still just breathe. Sleep can come when it wants. You're okay. All is well. Press.